Good afternoon to you one and all. Shadow Temple of the Zeldathon and Aphmau teams here with a nice little afternoon stream for you and me. Hope you have yourselves a good Monday, friends. For those of you who are in the Monday time, I guess would be a word for it. I got to keep remembering that I work with an international audience here who might already be in Tuesday at this point, but I don't think that's too many of you. I think most of you are still in Monday world, at least for now. But hi, hope everybody's doing well today. This is yet another little Minecraft stream I'm going to do here with all of you. That is really just an excuse to answer your questions. We try to do this every so often to give all of those fans out there who are big Aphmau fans to possibly just have a little chance to chat and see how you've been doing and stuff like that. It should be noted that I stream on Twitch every night. In fact, I will be streaming tonight as well. At least the third of the world on Tuesday. That's what I'm saying. And most of us are not. A majority of us are still in Monday land. But yeah, no, this is, we've been doing streams like this for a little bit here now, friends, where we get to just chat for a bit. And, so this is your perfect opportunity to ask any questions you might have about me, about, my work with the Aphmau channel or any other voiceover stuff or personal stuff or any sort of stuff like that. Lots of stuff. And meanwhile, I'm going to be playing on the Shadow Temple Community Minecraft server, which is the server that we have just for my fans, just mine specifically. Obviously, it could be an Aphmau fan as well, but it's not like a big Aphmau server or anything like that. It's just for the locals. Yeah. So that's what's going on with me. What's going on with all of you? Again, hope you're having a good one. Another reason, by the way, we're doing this is tomorrow. Tomorrow, friends. Tomorrow, we have ourselves a big signing day with Streamily over on the Streamily site, which I did link there in chat, but you can check out again in other places, of course, as well. I will be signing posters for all of you on Tuesday, tomorrow, at 6 p.m. Eastern. We've got ourselves a whole bunch of different posters. A lot of the ones you've probably already seen before. But this guy right here, look at this. Look at this. Look at this picture of Pierce with a little sheepy right there. He actually got three sheepies right there. We got the sheepy up here. We got the sheepy eating a dandelion over here. And then most importantly, we got sheep butt over here. Very important. That's the most important sheep right there. Sheep butt is best butt. We also have, friends, a couple other posters. We've got ourselves the, I hear some of you might be Minor Demons fans. In which case, of course, we have this poster right here, which is, of course, Minor Demons Pierce alongside Johnny Cat. Beautiful, both of which were done by the fabulous Holly, otherwise known as Hilarity on the internet. She's been doing art for a whole bunch of us voice actors for some time. Pretty fun, right? So those two are available on the Streamily page, along with this friend, too. This is a big ensemble poster that we had made last year that you can get signed by me. And then, if you take this around to other conventions and things, you can drag this along with you and get it signed by the rest of the cast as you go along. So pretty strong win right there, if I dare say so myself. And then, of course, if you were a diehard Shadow Temple fan, you have no idea what Aphmau is, you can also pick up just a very classy black logo that I will also sign. All of these, when you pick one up on Streamily, and you pick up the one that says live stream, I will sign it live on stream tomorrow, as you might imagine. And I can, as long as you put the right comments in there, I will personalize it. I will put your name on it and stuff like that. If you want to have something written down on it, I can do that as well. So make sure that you make those marks so that way I know what to do. And again, that's all going to be happening tomorrow, friends, over on this YouTube channel. So if you're already subscribing to this YouTube channel, you're getting a notification tomorrow about it. So it's good. Yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, I think that's it. Sorry, I had to think about it. I was like, is there anything else on that front that I am otherwise forgetting? No, I don't think so. I think that is literally all of it. So, But hi, everybody. You could just tell me what cat Lasor instead of telling me to guess what, because I'm not guessing. I'm not a guesser. I'm not very good at guessing. I'm going to say that a meteor hit you in the face, and now you have superpowers. I assume that's probably right. I think I nailed it. I think I got it right there. And thank you, Ducky HR 101, for now 2 super chats, or whatever they call them on YouTube over here, for the two $2 super chats saying I love your videos. Thank you. I'm appreciating that. Very much appreciate that. You know, I love doing silly things on the internet. Sorry, the lighting is a little bit weird, by the way, friends. I know my face usually is a little bit brighter during these streams, but you can see in the background here, I have a window, which is really nice. Except during daytime streams where there's so much sunlight hitting this bad boy that it blanks out the rest of the room. So, usually this is a little bit better lit, but that's just how it is. Let's see here. Ever thought about posting a video as Pierce in Minecraft? So the trick here, friends, is that if you want to watch a video with Pierce in it playing Minecraft, you should definitely go check out the Aphmau YouTube channel, because that is the place that you'll find that. The reason for that is that Pierce is owned by the Aphmau channel. So, I can be myself over here, but Pierce is a character for the channel itself, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's where you can go get it over there. I have a lot of memeos, in case you can't tell over there, by the way. I got a whole heck of a lot of memeos. People are asking how my wife's doing, how Bento's doing. Both are fantastic. I actually just posted a short. I don't know if you saw. I posted a short explaining about the Streamily thing that is happening tomorrow. Like on this YouTube channel and over on TikTok as well. And Bento helped me out filming in that. And by helping, I mean slowly tried to turn into a liquid and try to escape my lap. He was doing so well for like the first 4 minutes of me trying to record that. And by minute 5, he was like, Dad, I'll do this for you, but I'm not. I'm so done. I'm just going to melt. And he just slowly melted down and down and down and just kind of collapsed on me. Oh, the poor boy. He was so done with me at that point. He also doesn't like the sort of broadcast voice that I put on, the Shadow Temple stream or Shadow Temple voice, the Pierce voice kind of thing. It's too much for him. He doesn't like it. It's too loud. Dara finished It Takes Two? Yeah, it should all be on the Shadow Temple Streams video or YouTube channel if you want to check that out. Sorry, I'm just scrolling along here, reading through. How many emails do I have? I don't even know. Probably like 40, 50. What time's my stream tomorrow? 6 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. So for relativity here, friends, almost exactly 24 hours from now. I'll be going live right about now in 24 hours for that Streamily stream. And right now, I believe I have 4 posters that I need to be signing that day. So, be sure to tune in for those 4 posters. And then, of course, pick up a poster yourself so that way you can get them signed. Here's the other side of it, friends. This is probably going to be the last Streamily signing I do for some time. So if you've been sitting on the fence about getting one of those signed posters, now is your chance. Because, the next bit that I'm going to be doing here is that I've got a convention coming up. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But I also have my first kid. My wife is pregnant, and we're gonna have her first kid next month. And so I will be a little bit busy with that, which means I will not be able to sign new posters for a little bit. So this, like I said, is your chance. 24 hours, and you can, of course, buy them all the way up until the end of that stream. After that, probably not for a bit. But yeah. How'd you make the big golden sheep? It took some work, really. It's a mod. The answer is it's a mod. Surprise! In the what was that? The Hoppers video? Yeah, no, that's a mod. Did I say a community server? I did. Yes, there's a Shadow Temple community server that I'm going to be playing on right now. Let's go ahead and jump in on that, and then we'll keep talking here, friends, so we can play at least a little bit of Minecraft today. This is the Shadow Temple Community SMP, and yes, you can join it as a community member, but it is a Patreon exclusive. So those who are $10 and more on the Patreon, you can come check it out if you like. I need more torches. I'm going to keep working on what I affectionately call the Infinifarm, which is just this big old pile of Just a really, 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 really long farm that I want to try and make as long as heckin' possible. I'm just going to make myself a couple more torches here. Give me just a sec here, so at least I got a little bit more light as I go on down. That'll be enough for now. What's my favorite Minecraft mob? Sheep. Would you believe? What's your favorite meow? And I can't pick sheep. It's got to be Sugar Skull Cat then. Sugar Skull Cat is probably my favorite. Also, the tea cat, the teacup cat. Oh, it's so cute. Teapot, I guess, would be the better word for it because it is more of a teapot than a teacup, to be honest. Do I like voice acting on the Aphmau channel? Yes. Can I do the Pierce voice of Minor Demons? Yes. Hold on. Yes. There we go. That's a little bit more in there. You know, that's nice. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, friends, welcome. My name is Shadow Temple. You might know me as the guy who plays Pierce for the Aphmau channel. I am a voice actor, and a streamer, and a audiobook narrator, and doing all sorts of stuff that you can. Yeah, see, there you go, Hop. There's a reason why the camera's there, sir. Here I go and raid all Multithon all weekend, and this is how this is how you repay me, huh? See how it is? See how it be? But yeah, what is my favorite? Yeah, so sheep again for favorite mob and things like that. If you watch the My Street series, I have not watched the My Street series. There you go. I'm just saying, Hop. I feel like, you know, I've done you good, and come in here and call me stinky seems like a bit of a reach, don't it? Anyway, you know, I'll be able to get any posters. That's all right. Big thing if you can, if you would be so kind, tune into that stream regardless, even if you can't afford a poster. It would help me a lot. Actually, if you guys would still tune into that stream, because we'll still chat, we'll still hang out, we'll still have a chance to talk and stuff. So I hope you'll tune into that stream no matter what. And there'll also be some announcements that'll be happening during that stream as well. So be sure to check out that Streamily stream. How can you get on the Minecraft server? If you join the Patreon server, or the Patreon, here, I'll grab the Shadow Temple Patreon. Hold on. Patreon Shadow_Temple. Shadow Temple. There it is. I found it. Here it is. The stream will be on YouTube. Yes, it will be. It will be, in fact, on YouTube. So if you're already subscribed to this here channel, you're in the right place. You'll see it tomorrow, no problemo. Yeah. How did he even defeat the golden sheep? Well, I mean, Pierce was controlling it, right? This is the whole bit, is that he made a giant fake beast that then Ian pretended to fight, and then it fell over and died, and then as a result, Ian got the win, and he became mayor for like 30 seconds. That was the whole bit. That was the whole dang thing in there. But yeah, the server is a Patreon exclusive, $10 or more, or being a tier 2 or tier 3 Twitch subscriber. But you don't have to worry about that part, because unless you're over on Twitch, that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah. Should you order the Zame Crab plush? I mean, yeah, do it. Do it. Make it happen. How do you feel about being so cool? Oh, terrible. It hurts. Pierce merch like his jacket. I know. I mean, I've got my Shadow Temple, my Shadow Temple. I got my Pierce Minor Demons hoodie right here, but I don't think they've made a new version of this in a long time. Did I go to WonderCon? I did not. No. We were actually, WonderCon ran without any voice actors or Aphmau or Jason or anybody like that. It was just the merch booth and the merch team showing off meows and stuff like that. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Aphmau now has a booth that's going to conventions. WonderCon was the first one that it went to specifically to like show off the meows and stuff like that. And there are a bunch of like exclusive meows there. I believe, if I understand correctly, there are even My Street meows over there. Wild, huh? There's also a Minor Demons like standee that I'm gonna have to get. I mean, come on. I mean, how are you going? You know? Do I just voice act any other characters than Pierce from the Aphmau videos? so I started with Minor Demons, and then there weren't really any other role plays that came out after Minor Demons. So not really a lot of opportunities there, right? I did do a voice for a character named Kurt in Phoenix Drop Days, but nobody cares. So Pierce is it for the most part. Yeah, it was fun. What is the music happening? I'm gonna bring it back up here a little bit. Sorry, I'm just checking on the audio side of things. I was in alternates for maybe one episode. One! Not even one! Half of one! And then was immediately murdered! Sliced right through the neck! No head, no more! I mean, in fairness, I was in a couple of more episodes, but I wasn't as Pierce. It was as Spider Pierce. Kind of a Pierce, but mostly a spider. It was spooky. I don't like it. It was scary. It was scary. Oh my god, I've just got so much cobble in here. Yeah, let's use some of it. I was like, oh no, I don't have the materials I need to build my infinite farm. But I do though, and I can use it. So I will use it. It's fine. My favorite Meow besides Sheep Pierce Meow is Sugar Skull Cat is my favorite non-Pierce Meow. I think it's just so cute. So cute, and I'm a sucker for Dia de los Muertos like branded stuff. I think that's is just really a really nice aesthetic. Even as somebody who doesn't really like Halloween very much, I think I like that version of Halloween more than kind of the US, like Americanized version of Halloween by comparison. Oh no, I didn't mean to put a block there. No, put it back. There we go. Okay. Look at us move. Look at us go. Yeah, we're $300 in Aphmau merch. That's a lot of merch. Who's my favorite team for Minor Demons without choosing myself? It is Leaf. Yeah. If you're asking me if I remember you, maybe. As you have to understand that I see a lot of names scrolling by every day. And if you're a regular in my Twitch chat, you're probably going to be a better chance of being recognized regularly. Versus here, I just don't stream here often enough to really establish like an internal set of characters that come in on each stream, if that makes sense. But a reminder that I do stream on Twitch pretty much every day. So be sure to check that out. Let's go see if we can maybe plug this water source up at the source of it. Because right now it's just kind of getting in my way. Where does it end, though? Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh, is this? Oh, this is just an entire flooded cave. Okay, never mind. That's going to be a little hard to just seal. What is my greatest fear? Butterflies. No. My greatest fear is that I don't have enough time to do the things that I want to do. You know, I've had some good times so far, and I've enjoyed myself quite a bit. But I want to keep doing those things, and it'd be a disservice to myself and the rest of the world if I had to stop anytime too soon. I want more. It was asked for the line, you and many others. That is a top question. Is say the thing, Pierce. Say the thing. People can count in chat today if you want. See if you can get up to 100. Stole the mutton stash. No! I guess what your mom got is Pierce Sheep plush. Oh, heck yeah. Congratulations. I love that. I love that plush so much. I know. That obviously I should like the Pierce plush because it's made after me, but I also really just actually like that plush. I think it's just really cute and fluffy. If I had one downside to it, because there is a downside to that plush, I'll be honest about it, is that because it is so adorably fluffy and white, it is also almost impossible to keep clean. Like, I bring that plush with me to various conventions, like the convention I'm going to at the end of April, which we'll talk about more a little later. But trying to keep that thing clean as I go to, like, different conventions and stuff is difficult. Because he's just so dang fluffy and adorable. Sorry, I'm just trying to establish the wall for this so that I stop leaking out water so much. I also get mistaken for Zane. Oh no, Shelby. Let's see here.
Now here's my plan.
But hi, everybody coming in. You know, I don't say that the line anymore. What? Yes. 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 I do say it. I mean, yeah. I say it in some videos. You know, there was a period where we were doing a bunch of videos over on the Aphmau story or Aphmau Diaries channel. That we're kind of doing one-offs, and Pierce was in a couple of those. Put a 1 in chat if you saw, like, the secret agent or secret hitman, I think it was. Like dating a secret hitman. Put a 1 in chat if you saw that video in particular. That had so many yeses in it. So many yeses that Aphmau, like, crashed out on how many yeses were in that video. All right, there we go. Finally plugged up that monster. And now we're going to break it because I need to keep on traveling this path. I probably should have made that wall larger. I was just starting to panic. What if Minor Demons Meows came out? Oh, I mean, I'd pick him up second one that I could. And who knows? If my street Meows do well, then just maybe, we'll see ourselves a wonderful Minor Demons Pierce and other Minor Demons Meows. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be wonderful? I certainly hope so. Did I read the book, the Searching for Home Aphmau book? The answer is yes, I did read it, and yes, I think it's pretty cute. And Pierce is in it, which I like. But I don't know where my copy is right now. It's somewhere in this room. But yeah, no, I do have a copy of it. I bought it myself with my own monies. Yeah, she crashed. I was like, stop saying yes to everything. What is my favorite ore? I mean, diamonds. Diamonds and iron are probably my big two. Like, iron is just so useful, man. Oh my god, I'm being shot at. Where's the skeleton that's just taking pot shots at me? Do you see this? Do you see all the arrows on this little aqueduct that I'm making? They're coming after me, man. Did I get the activity book from Aphmau? I have one of them. I don't think I have the newest one, though. I think it wasn't there like a new one rolling out. I haven't picked up that one yet, but I have picked up the very first one that like had the same image on it as like the puzzle and stuff. That was like years ago at this point. Do I have a shovel? I feel like I found a shovel in the trials. Let's blast through some of this dirt. Oh no! Ah, jeez. Do I voice act on anything other than Aphmau? I absolutely do. I have done a couple of indie horror games. I've worked with a group called Puppet Combo. You may have heard of them before, especially if you watch like Jay from the Cub Scouts or Queso or Corey Kenshin or any of those YouTubers that play like the spooky games. I have done voices for a couple of those games, including Skin Freak. I played Harold. I played Dutch for Sniper Killer, who talks like this for is a wisecracking sidekick to the main player. I also played a game, or I also did a voice for a game that was released from Puppet Combo called, and I'm not kidding about the name of this, The Booty Creek Cheek Freak. Which I was very excited to do. That was a very, very fun or like, video or game to record for. It's about a monster who cuts off people's butts, but only if they poop on the floor of a specific bathroom at a very specific time. Yeah, Corey Kenshin. Yeah, that one. I'm still waiting for Markiplier and or the Game Grumps to eventually play one of the games I've been in. I would love nothing more, but it hasn't happened yet. All right, here's what I'm going to do, because a lot of people have been asking for shout-outs. And the problem is, if I do shout-outs for one person, I got to do shout-outs for everybody. And if I do shout-outs for everybody, it will be the only thing I will be saying for the rest of this stream. So I'm going to do just a wipe through of all the names in chat right now, rapid fire. And that way you get a little taste of that. And then we'll move on, all right? So to that case, hello. The Sleet Answers, Solar Jack, Sophia, Lily Rose, Phallus, Kesha, Tigers That Robloxian, Husky, I Purple, Chesaverse, Lightning Aiden, Talon Paws, Kesha again, Jay, Lily Rose again, Queen Darkness, Eclipse Edits, Stormblitz, Tayon again, hello Christopher and Dolly Doe Girl and Catsalor, Cat Laser, sorry, that's what it is, and Ryan Longa and Shelby and Jay Mill again, and there you go. I did it. Did it. You're welcome. I did it for all of you poorly, and therefore, nobody got anything of value today. I have a really long screen, so I can see a lot of names together. That's the nice part. Have I watched BFDI? I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. Reg, 100 sheep or 100 mutton? Oh, 100 sheep, of course. But hello. Speaking of, you're bringing fan art to Midwest Gaming Classic. You're coming to Midwest Gaming Classic. Heck yeah. Friends, did you know, like I said, at the end of, at the beginning of May, Marissa and I, my wife Marissa and I are going to have a kid, which means that I've got maybe one more convention in me before the fall. And that convention is going to be the Midwest Gaming Classic at the end of April, from April 24th to the 26th, here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm a local. So I will be there, and it's a really cool convention, friends. It's if you're in the Chicago area, if you're in Illinois, did you know there's like a state above you called Wisconsin? And right at the very bottom of that state, there is a city called Milwaukee. I have to keep telling people on this in various places where they're like, oh, but you're not coming to Chicago. I'm like, it's just an extra hour and a half. Just go up. Just go up. But I'll be there alongside Keston, the voice of Zane, Corinne, the voice of Kim, and for the very first time at a non-VidCon event, 3, James Brown Jr., a.k.a. the voice of Rise. All 4 of us are going to be at the Midwest Gaming Classic. We're going to at least do one panel there. We're going to have a booth there all weekend. I hope you guys will come on in and say hi. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Please, come on in. It's going to be good. We'll sign posters. Here's where you get the inside track, all right? Yeah, I'm not supposed to tell you this, friends. I'm not supposed to tell you this right now, but I'm going to tell you it right now. And it's a secret, so I need you guys to keep an eye out, all right? Tomorrow I'm doing that Streamily signing, right? And tomorrow I will be doing that live stream, and you can pick up posters online and see the posters and stuff and purchase those, and I'll sign them, right? But if you come to the Midwest Gaming Classic, you can purchase these posters, and you can purchase posters from the rest of the crew, and we'll have a special unique poster at Midwest Gaming that you can't get anywhere else. And they're going to be half the price that they're on Streamily. Half the price. And you could come say hi. So that's I think a pretty good deal. I think that's a pretty good deal if I do say so myself. But that's a secret. You can't tell anyone, okay? You can't tell anyone that I told you that. All right, that was just between you and me. So don't tell anyone. But yes. Yeah, no. Jess is too busy to stream. She don't live stream anymore. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch, by the way. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I will be. Sorry, I had a thought and then I lost it. The few times that she has gone live, though, she has done a couple live streams on the Aphmau Shuki channel. You should definitely go check out the Shuki channel and make sure you're subscribed to that. That's the Roblox channel that she has. She does occasionally stream over there, but not very often. As she's been on vacation for a couple of weeks, or like a week or two here. So she's been a very busy gal. Which she mentioned. She mentioned as much. And now she's doing a lot of catch up, so yeah. Probably won't see her do any more live streams for a little bit. At least until they feel comfortable again about like role plays and stuff, because they gotta get those videos out. Am I neighbors with Ian? I am not. Chris Escalante and I live on two opposite ends of the U.S. We're actually all spread out, friends. No two voice actors live more than closer than 50 miles of each other, I think, for the most part, which is pretty wild. But that is true. How did I meet Jess? I'll keep working on this as we chat here. But I was how to best put this? I was trying to get into voice acting all the way back in 2019. Forever ago. In 2019, I was doing streaming on Twitch. I was doing a little bit of voice acting here and there. I had a friend Mac, who was working on was working with Aphmau at the time, doing various stuff, both for her channel and for the Aphmau channel. And they were set up for Minor Demons, and they were like, hey, or she was like, hey, I know you want to do voice acting stuff. Would you like to try auditioning for some characters in this reverse harem anime that they're doing in Minecraft? And I was like, wow, I know Minecraft was still popular. I know now. I know that it's still popular now. Now I know. Oh, boy, do I. And so I auditioned for Noi and Pierce. I did not get the role for Noi, as you can imagine, but I did get the role for Pierce. And ever since, I've been rolling, so it's been fun. Thank you very much, Sam10 Minecraft, for the $2. Appreciate that. And hello. How are you? When Pierce freaks out for the butterflies, it's very funny, isn't it? It's a good time. Let's see here. You just watch the short movies for Pierce? You could do that. You don't hear you complaining from me. Oh no, you just like watching Pierce? Aw, geez. All right, well, I guess. Am I Pierce? I am indeed the guy who voices and performs Pierce. That is correct. I say it that way, by the way. I know that sometimes people are like, wait, do you not do Pierce or something? The answer is that Pierce is a character, right? I just want people to understand that. I am not Pierce because nobody's Pierce. Pierce is a fictional character that I have the supreme privilege of being able to perform for all of you. It's very fun. What happened to Noi? I don't have I don't have a read on how videos get set up for rosters and things. Essentially, video is set up and it's like, all right, who's gonna be in this video, and then the roster is set. Ultimately, I'm just a voice boy who just gets to do goofy things. But I think he's taking a break. Don't worry though, I'm fairly certain that boy's coming back for Minor Demons Season 2 though. So and he was even in some videos with Mermaid Tales, right? Since the Demon Boys were in. Why isn't this water flowing here? Hold on, let me fix that. Yeah, he was in he was in the Mermaid Tales episodes with me. I think he's just taking a step back from the kind of the day-to-day stuff and is focusing mostly on when he's doing stuff in the role play. So yeah, just keep an eye out for him there. Am I happy with my screen time in alternates? No, I'm fine. It's it was one of those things where it's like, oh man, it's alternates super cool. I can't wait to see what I get to. Oh, But it's fine, you know? You have, ultimately, shows like that have to kill off characters to show that there are stakes, right? If everyone survives happily in a horror environment, then there aren't really it wasn't that, like, dangerous of a place to begin with, right? And I actually really like Pierce's death in that. I think it's, spoiler alert, Pierce dies in the first episode of Alternates. But I think it was well done. I think it was very clever, and it was like, it really set the tone for the rest of the series of like, oh, no one is safe. And, you know, it's fun to be that for the show, even if would have been nice if I stuck around a little longer. But that's fine. I know, I only got like 5 minutes. Can I do the Minor Demon's voice, please? Yes. That was my favorite character, except for myself. It's probably a tie between Zane and Kim. I really like both of those characters and what they do for the comedy and all that. It's just very fun. And thank you for another $2. Sam 10 Minecraft. Thank you. Thank you. Am I going to be at VidCon this year? First off, Aphmau's not going to be at VidCon this year. I think that was announced in a community post. I think on the main channel or on I think it was on the main channel. I even think maybe it was on Instagram as well. But number two, even if the channel was going to VidCon, I certainly am not. And again, that is because I've got my daughter's coming. She's on her way. It's going to take her a little bit longer to get here, but she's going to be here in May. And so because of that, I am going to be too busy being a dad to go to any conventions, including VidCon, probably through at least the summer. So yeah, that's you're not going to see me for a little bit. With another reason to come to Midwest Gaming Classic, once again happening at the end of April. I think it was you, Shelby. You said you're only a state away. That means that you're only a state's drive away from coming to Midwest Gaming Classic. It's not very far, and it's a very fun show. They've also got other voice actors that are coming to the show. Couple voices from the Pokemon anime are going to be there. I saw who else is going to be at Midwest Gaming this year? Hold on. Let me go bring this up so I got a good list for this. It is mostly a gaming convention, by the way. I don't think anybody here likes video games, though, right? Just in case, though, put a 1 in chat if you like video games. I can't imagine there's anyone here who actually likes video games, right? Probably, right? What? There are people who like video games? Gross. Could you even imagine playing the video games? Okay, their list of people's currently broken. But there will be a list eventually for a Midwest Gaming Classic, and there are a bunch of voice actors and things that will be doing that. So, yeah. We hate video games. Meh. What gaming convention? I just linked it in chat right there. The Midwest Gaming Classic. And I'll say too that it's, you know, Milwaukee's a fun little city. It's a little cheaper to go to than like, boy. I tried to park in Chicago a couple months ago, and it cost me $60 to park my car. Not in Milwaukee. It'll cost you $15 to park your car. Nice change, right? And the food's cheaper, and the hotels are cheaper, and it's just a fun time. So I hope people will come on in and come say hi. Why have I flipped these two in my hand? So I'm going to keep selling it because I mean, number one, I'm going to the convention, but number two, I also really like the city, and I think it's fun. So yeah. Who's better at Minecraft, Aphmau or Aaron? Aaron's better at Minecraft, but he'll let Aphmau win sometimes because you know he's just a good boy. He's just a good boy. That's what he do. I can do occasional minor demon stuff, like yes, but you have to understand, friends. I cannot do it for long periods of time. It is a voice that is at the very bottom of my register, and while it's very fun to do, it's also something I can only do in short spurts. Anymore, and it starts to hurt my voice, and I need to keep it safe for, making money. Because it's my day job. It's my job to say things in front of a microphone and make money that way. And I want to keep doing that. And a part of it is keep making sure that my voice stays healthy no matter what I do. Oh, God! Concerning. Oh, and the water's dropping. Oh, no. Oh, God. Let me just work my way back up real quick. Oops. Illinois? Yeah. Which is close enough to Milwaukee for Midwest Gaming. I was just, I think you were the one who mentioned it, Shelby, that it was like, you're only a state away. That sounds like only a state away from coming to the convention. Just saying. Oh, zombie, get out of here. Get out. Done. Jerk. Do I play on Bedrock? For the Aphmau stuff and for my own personal stuff, always Java. It's just the sort of thing where, like, Bedrock is wonderful, and I'm glad that it exists, but it is good for vanilla Minecraft and really only vanilla Minecraft. If you want to do a lot of, like, the modding stuff and, like, the really hardcore video stuff that Aphmau does for her stuff, Java's really where you gotta go, ultimately. What I like is a girlfriend. Her name's Marissa. She's just kind of my type, guys. She's pretty fun. She likes video games. She works really hard. And she's my wife. And she's upstairs, and we're gonna have a kid together in approximately just over a month. I will. Somebody asked about if we have a name. We have a name for our daughter coming up here, but we do not have a we're not public yet. If that makes sense. What am I making? I'm making a place that I call the Infinifarm. I'm trying to use 2 blocks of water to build a tiered farm all the way from the top of this server all the way down to the bottom. That is my plan. It will also double as an extremely long and boring water slide. Oh, excuse me. See you later, AMJ. Do I know the Wither Storm? I do not know what that is. You're a big fan of the Aphmau channel. You started learning better English. That's fun. I've heard that about people watching, either like American shows, or cartoons and things to try and learn English. And apparently it's pretty effective. I think that's really fun. I cannot believe that Pierce helped in the inadvertently helped in the education of somebody. It's wild to think about because he's just not very smart. But I appreciate that for sure. Is Aphmau ever coming to Michigan for a VidCon? Number one, VidCon only happens in really one place these days, friends. That is in Anaheim, California. So that's really out there. But also, she's not going to VidCon this year either. VidCon is like a very specific brand. I know like gaming conventions and like YouTuber conventions and stuff like that sometimes get it solidified as VidCon, but VidCon's just one spot. She's probably going to make it to other conventions, but she's not going to VidCon this year, and neither am I. However, if you're in Michigan, just saying again, Michigan's only like a 3-hour drive from Milwaukee. And if you want to see myself, Corinne, Keston, and James Brown Jr., a.k.a. Pierce, Kim, Zane, and Rise, all at one event together, which might be the most number you see in one event this year. Milwaukee, end of April. Check it out. Midwest Gaming Classic. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. It's right there. It's right there. Now's your chance. Like, that is about as close as it's going to be, if that makes sense. I do not think you're going to necessarily get something closer to you. I know we were talking about maybe going to Ohio for a convention or two, maybe in the next year or two. But like that, other than that, it's really been Milwaukee and maybe Ohio for the rest of this year. So, yeah. Will Aphmau go to the convention someday? I don't know. I think here's where I love Midwest Gaming Classic. I think it's a very fun convention. I think it's plenty to do. There's a lot of fun stuff there. But Aphmau is probably too big potatoes to come to our humble gaming convention here in Milwaukee. I think she's aiming a little bit higher in terms of size of convention. For example, she was at New York Comic Con last year, and that was fun. We had a good time out that way. However, we are trying to, as the voice actors, we're trying to split off and do smaller conventions here and there. Keston, Corinne, and myself all went to Lubbock, Texas for Lubbock Con at the end of February, and we had a great time out there. But it's definitely not the sort of thing that Aphmau herself would have come to. She's just too big of a YouTuber for that kind of thing. Don't think anything near Oklahoma yet. But, we always say, too, if you have a nerdy convention that you want us to go to near where you are, and you know what convention that is, email them. Email them and tell them about us. And then they can reach out to us, and then we can be there. Because it's not that we were like, oh, I only wish to go to this place. Blah, 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 blah. It is mainly just, will a convention pay for us to be there? Because we don't have that much money. But we'd like to go to places. And if they're willing to pay for us to be there, then we'll absolutely go. So, and the only way that they know to pay us is if they know that you'd go to the convention if we were there. So, it's just a little bit of a win there, It's a win for everybody. Are you making the shuttle? It's very shuttle-y, isn't it? It's not going anywhere in particular, though, other than straight to Bedrock. That's my grand plan, is to see if I can get this thing all the way down to Bedrock. Will there be a convention in Colorado? Man, I would love that, because I love skiing. And if I could make an excuse to be like, oh yeah, just go to Denver for a weekend or something like that, do something out there, and then, oh man, I'm already in the Rockies. Well, I better just spend a couple extra days, go skiing. Please. Are we in a convention in Arizona? Again, never say never. We don't have anything booked right now, but again, if you've got a nerdy convention for us to go to, let them know. Let them know that we want to go. Please, point them our way. We'd be happy to have a conversation about it. Can I speak Spanish? I used to. I took a lot of Spanish in middle and high school, and I took Spanish in college too. I have a minor in Spanish. Unfortunately, I just stopped using it, and it completely fell out of my brain, which I'm really sad about because I enjoyed knowing Spanish, and I should have held on to that better. Thank you very much for another $2, by the way, Sam 10 Minecraft. Have I ever played the Ben 10 mod? No, I didn't even know there was such a thing. Which SMP am I in? I'm in my own SMP, my own Shadow Temple Community Minecraft server. This is a place that we like to do stuff on. We actually just had a stream on this server back on Saturday over on my Twitch channel. So yeah, it's Patreon exclusive, but it is a lot of fun. Any chance they'll go to Comic-Con? You'll try to go to the Milwaukee convention. Yay! Whee! Yay! We'll have stuff for sale on there, but I will say, going to the convention, if you just want to chat with us and take a picture with us, those things are free. I know sometimes some conventions, voice actors go and they charge money for pictures. We don't. You can just get a picture with us for free. So there you go. Let's see here. If there's a convention in Colorado you're able to go to make a video about it, sure. I mean, I wouldn't do like a big vlog. I mean, maybe someday I would do it. I will probably not play Poppy Playtime, and I don't think the Amazing Digital Circus is a video game. If I understand correctly, it is a digital animation on YouTube, yes? Here's my favorite Poppy Playtime character. The big clay boy. He's scary. He's real scary. He's a big boy. What in the back there, Carla? Let's see here. Gonna do the yes. Yes. There you go. How'd you start becoming a voice actor? Back in oh boy. All the way back in college. I did radio announcing for my college's football team. And that was like a volunteer gig. I didn't get paid anything. I knew nothing. I didn't know anything. I mean, I knew plenty about football, but I didn't know anything about doing voice stuff. So I just kind of did stuff. And I had a really fun time with it. And I enjoyed myself a lot. And then when I graduated college, I was like, I guess I'll try other things too. And I just kind of poked around. I was already part of a couple of communities that were doing like fan projects and things. So I did voices for them. I've done like I've been the Great Deku Tree for a couple of different Zelda-based videos out there in the world. Yeah, I just kind of kept doing stuff like that until I made enough connections, met enough people that eventually I got to do more and more auditions, and eventually it just built out to a place where it could sustain itself. Otherwise, I was working a real job otherwise for many years. Up until right out of college, I was working as an engineer from 2017 all the way through 2022. I was working as a museum teacher, like a science teacher at a science museum. And then more recently, yeah, I've just been doing full-time voice acting and streaming and stuff. It's been fun. Speaking of languages other than English, not usefully anymore. No, like I said, I used to speak Spanish, but I've lost that art entirely, unfortunately. When will Chris join in Aphmau? What do you mean? Chris was in the Hoppers video, right? Ian was in the Hoppers video just like 2 days ago, yeah? He's around. What's my favorite series or thing to voice act in? I don't know. I've done a lot of fun stuff over the years. I mean, I think it sounds like a cop-out, but I really do like playing Pierce, guys. There are still things that I get to do with him that it still surprise me to this day, and I have so much fun. I really liked the Lily Love Braids video we did. I thought that was that was like Pierce in his prime right there. Felt good. You know when Maestro will finally come out? I do not. Who's smarter, Zane or Rise? I think Rise is probably smarter. I think Zane is louder about it. Does that make sense? Why do I eat mutton even though it's from dead sheep? Pierce does not know that mutton comes from sheep. He eats he loves sheep and he eats mutton, but nobody's ever had the heart to tell him that mutton comes from sheep. It's just this goofy joke, you know? I mean, that's all it is, but it is funny to me. I like it. It'll stop when I don't think it's funny anymore. If you go to the Milwaukee convention, will you guys be willing to sign your sketchbook? Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. I do not know much about Stray Kids, the K-pop group. I've heard of them, but that's literally it. It's just that I've heard the name before. Would I rather be able to read minds or predict the future? I think both of those sound like curses. Number one, I do not want to know what's going on in everyone's mind. That's such a dangerous place. I think people's minds should be a place they can reside in. Because plenty of people think terrible things that they never say out loud, and we can maintain a level of civil society if those stay in people's brains. Telling the future also just seems dangerous. That sounds... Because then you're like, well, I mean, you know, if you already know that's set in stone, then it's like, why bother, right? So if I had to choose, I'd probably pick reading the future, but, you know. If you're in Aphmau's videos, you'll tell him Pierce Mutton is dead sheep, you'll kill him. You'll kill him and he'll be dead. His brain will be shot and there will be nothing left of the poor lad. He'll be just dead to the world. Which of my sheep have the... Ah, I fell again. Hold on. Which of my sheep have the most riz? Gertrude probably is most famously the most powerful of the sheep. Want to see Noi again? Anytime Minor Demon stuff comes up again, you'll absolutely see him. Do I watch anime? Not a ton of anime. Here and there, but not. I'm not like deeply in the stuff, if that makes sense. I've not seen the SpongeBob Biomes add-on. No, I haven't. What's going on here? What am I doing in Minecraft? We're building a little like a water slide kind of thing. It's not. It is ultimately a farm, but people can ride obviously on a boat and ride it all the way down to Bedrock. This is just a straight trip down to Bedrock from my house. Is what I'm aiming for, pretty much. Just let me blast through some of this here gravel so I don't cause any problems for myself in the future. I also definitely did want some flint, so that's nice. Just get rid of it. Am I on a private server? This is technically a public server, but it is a Patreon exclusive server for my members of my Patreon at $10 or more. Speaking of which, just double checking nobody has joined recently. I had some new people join just on Saturday, and you can be one of those too if you check out my Patreon. Ooh. Was that supposed to be something else? Yeah, I was wondering about that. Wait a minute, that also doesn't make sense. Oh well. It's fine. Yeah. You love your voice acting, the difference between my normal voice and Deimos Pierce. I have a lot of fun with that, you know? It's fun to play these different characters and have the kind of different vibes about them, right? I do not know what Cat's Eye is, no. You crack me up in every video. Well, thank you. Will Mac come back? Max does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff for the Aphmau channel these days. Her character might come back. Might more likely is Lorelei in Minor Demons, if I had to guess. But she, you know, she's rest assured that she's still doing stuff with the channel. I think she was just helping with roleplay stuff. In fact, like today even. So yeah, nah, she's around, guys. Even if you don't see her, she's around. What's my real name? Is it Shadow Temple? Yep. No, it's not. It's not really Shadow Temple. You can find my name. It's not that hard, but I won't say it aloud. So that way it's harder. It's harder to find. Do you know the moon woke up? No, I do not. Did you know if you move one leg and then you move the other and keep doing it? Oh, I know. That's what I've been doing wrong. I keep trying to move the same leg and I just go in a circle. Gosh darn it. My favorite moment of My Street. I actually have never watched any My Street before, friends. What I might do is maybe I'll start doing some React videos once we know for sure new My Street season's coming out. You know what I mean? Could be fun. Could be neat. Hello, Bree. Big fan of Aphmau. Your favorite character, friend's favorite character is Noi. Very nice. On your homepage, you see one of my shorts. Yeah, I just put out a new one, just like today, to hype up the stream that's happening tomorrow. Because as a reminder, friends, we are going to be doing a Shadow Temple, or a Streamily signing of various posters. Look at this Pierce poster right here. You can buy this poster, this literal poster that I'm physically holding in my hand. You can purchase it with me signing it and putting your name on it over on my Streamily page. Hold on. I tried to swing my mouse over to the chat here. It didn't work so good because that's not how things work. But yeah, this right here, streamly.com/Shadow Temple. Go check out those posters and pick one up before tomorrow, and I will sign it live here on Twitch. Not on Twitch, YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now. I do a lot of content, guys. Is Pat Travis? Yeah, no, what? Huh? I gotta admit, friends, I don't necessarily know who voices what all that much. I know PM Seymour does plenty of voices for Aphmau stuff, but I don't know which characters specifically, especially in the My Street stuff. That's not something I keep track of very well. Hello, Evelyn and James. How many times will you guys be at VidCon again? We will not be at VidCon. Ah, zombie. Sorry, I didn't. I was so focused on chat. He was very obviously on screen, and I just didn't notice him. But we will not. I will not be at VidCon, and Aphmau will not be at VidCon this year. But yeah, she will be there eventually. Or she'll be at another convention, but not VidCon, if I had to guess. That's confirmed. Why am I even saying? Let me start over on that. She is not going to VidCon. I'm not going to VidCon. I would assume she will be going to other conventions this year, but it is not VidCon. Yes? Good. Do I sell merch? I sell posters. Once again, I will redirect you towards the Streamily page there, where you can pick up signed posters from me. As for other merch, not a ton right now. I would like to get more out there eventually, but right now, unfortunately, the merch store I originally had shut down, and I haven't had the time or wherewithal to put together a new one. So I will get there eventually. Very much Sam10 Minecraft for the $2. Appreciate it. What other conventions? I don't know yet. I don't even know if she knows yet. But I'd imagine probably more at some point. I grew a beard. I do. I did. I have. I tend to grow this beard in between VidCons, which, again, we're not going to. So, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. But, yeah, no, I've just held on to this one for a while. I shave it off for, like, official Aphmau events because I figure, hey, I should probably try to look a little bit more like Pierce for those events. But the rest of my life, I do typically have a beard. Just how it goes. Will I be better than Ian? I don't know what you mean by better. I more like morally, performance wise. What am I trying to beat out Ian at? Pierce is your favorite because those stupid things that's hilarious. You get me. You get me. And yes, somebody asked if I voice Pierce. The answer is yes. I do voice Pierce for the Aphmau channel. You're not on Twitch. What's going on? Yeah, this is, so I try to do some daytime streams here on YouTube occasionally because Twitch land, I do stream on Twitch pretty much every night, friends. I do tend to not talk about Aphmau stuff over there very much at all. I just make that my separate gaming space. We do our own things away from Aphmau over on the Twitch channel. But over here on YouTube, it's Aphmau all the time. So I figure that's a good kind of combination right there to hold on to, if that makes sense. So this is Aphmau land, and then the Twitch channel is other stuff. Speaking of which, tonight, 9:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, so about like 4 hours from now, I will be playing. Oh no, I burned my. Oh, I have still no one. Cool. I will be playing a beaver-based city builder called Timberborn, where you're a bunch of beavers trying to survive the post-apocalypse. It's pretty fun. And that'll be over on my Twitch channel. Your kids want to know what made you get into voice acting, even getting to YouTube. Even before voice acting, I was actually really interested in doing video editing. I thought video, when I was growing up, YouTube was just starting to hit. And the idea of wow, people at home can also make movies was starting to kind of get in there, and I was like, oh man, so that's great. So I started to try to do editing videos and things like that. So I picked up my own YouTube channel all the way back in it was 2007, 2008 or something like that. It was a bunch of nonsense videos that are all bad, but I enjoyed the process and I liked working with videos and stuff. And so once I got out of college, which I did not go to college for that, I really liked the idea of doing broadcasting and videos and things. So I started doing that. Started streaming on Twitch plenty. That's still my kind of favorite thing to do is live streaming, because I just like the live performance side of things. But then I also, people liked my voice enough that I wanted to do more voice stuff. And so I just kind of kept picking up gigs here and there until it built out to a career. It was fun. You know, you start off on like fan projects and things, nothing that pays, and you just kind of slowly but surely become more and more, more dependable, more reliable, more famous, and you just it's a slow process, and you got to do something else for money for the first like 10 years. But after that, you still have to do something else for money for the next 10 years. But also, you make some money from streaming and from voice acting. So, hooray! Or you just marry somebody who's really good at their job. Thanks, Marissa. Thanks for that. Do you like any other animal besides sheep? I like dogs. Dogs are great. Didn't I save a grandchild on the way? I might be old, but I'm not that old yet. No, it'll be our first kid, our first child. I'm very excited for that. It's going to be very exciting. Exhausting and intense and maybe stressful, but also exciting. I was a cancer researcher before I became a VTuber. That's kind of, I was not doing anything nearly as serious. I was working on trackers for tractors or for semi trucks. So if you know somebody who drives a semi truck, I wrote code to get information from the engine of a truck and report it to companies and things. And that was my first and only engineering job. After that, I went to teaching, and then I went to voice acting. So that's what I've been doing. Why do I like pranking Aphmau? Because it's funny. It's funny, and then I get attention, and then I get beat up. Will Vlad be in the Aphmau SMP? I don't know. I do not know. I never know nothing. I just go out and be a silly boy for the channel. I'm not part of the planning or anything like that. How did me and Marissa meet? Streaming, actually. Twitch streaming. She and I, through various mutual, or not mutual friends, but eventually, I guess, mutual friends, met at a charity gaming event called Zeldathon, which we were raising money for things like St. Jude and Charity Water and stuff like that, all the way back in like 2016. 2015 is, I think, when we first met. And then we just kind of hit it off from there. We would keep going to the same events together, liked each other, and eventually moved in together, married each other, and again, now having our first kid. Good times, good times. When did I join Aphmau's group? 2019, with the start of the Minor Demon series. That was my first work with Aphmau. Has Aphmau heard of Power Rangers? I think she's very aware of them. I don't know how big of a fan she is, but yeah, no, very, very familiar with it. I was a big Power Rangers fan back in the day. Is Aphmau ever going to quit? Probably someday, but probably also not anytime soon. I have, while I don't have any inner track on like the inner workings of the channel, sounds like plans are at least for many years to come. So I don't think this is going to stop anytime too soon. It's also, keep in mind, like, a channel and a grouping of channels as big as Aphmau, it's not just her and Jason that depend on such a channel. There are now dozens of people whose literal job is to help make stuff for the Aphmau channels. And so it's a company, a company filled with people helping make videos, make merch, help do art for various things, social media, all that stuff. It's a big project. Voice actors get paid to do it too. And it's so much fun, It's also why I, am not posting videos constantly like she is. Because, wow, is that a lot of work? Other people who voiced who's my favorite? Oh, Pierce. And SMP Pierce. I know everybody loves Minor Demons Pierce, and I love him too. But, SMP Pierce is closer to my own, like, lovely time. I just love it so much. I love him so much. He's so cute. Just now subscribing. That's all right. Yeah. Please, if you can, friends, hit that subscribe button. So that way you get notifications about tomorrow's stream, because we're doing another one tomorrow. And specifically, like I said, we're going to be using that stream to sign posters, friends. Which, thank you. Shout outs to Emily for picking up a poster today as well. Here, I'm just going to bring these up here real quick on stream. Once again, you can pick up like this SMP Pierce poster right here. Look at that boy. Look at that boy with them sheepies. So cute. As well as Minor Demons Pierce. I've heard some of you might be a fan of that fella. Where did... He couldn't have gotten far. Where did he go? I found him. Just kidding. Here we go. Here's Minor Demons Pierce right here. Look at that poster. I have these physically right here, friends, because I'm going to sign them tomorrow. And you can check them out and pick them up and get them personalized for you. So that way you can have all your fun stuff on there, and then they'll be sent off to you. In addition to those, somebody just picked this up. Look at this big poster with all these fabulous characters on it. We got Zane, KC, Kim, Pierce, Sylvana, Rise, Xena, Peebs, Mac, Gene, Andy, Gareth, and Caitlin. All of them on there. Look at all those friends. Just a big old pile. All those posters and more available on the Streamily shop. So please go consider picking up one of those posters. Please, 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 please. And when you do, I mean, it should be mentioned too, you help support me and my family. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Will I be going to Zeldathon this year? Oh, interesting. The answer's no. But you know me. If you've watched Zeldathon before, I typically do a segment on remotely because I enjoy that a lot, and I mean I love doing those. But yeah, I will not be in attendance physically at the convention or at Zeldathon, but I will absolutely probably do something for them, or if nothing else, like I usually do, I do voice acting for Zeldathon all the time. I like doing the voices for them. It's fun. If you could voice anyone else from the Aphmau crew, who would I voice? I would like to voice either Zane or Kim. I think they're very fun, and I like their contribution to the comedy. It's just they're fun characters to have in there. Is it hard to learn a new voice like I did when I did Minor Demons? Honestly, I have a hard time just inventing voices out of the air, but I love building a voice based on what I see of a character. To see a picture of a character and then try to kind of think through what that character sounds like, that's one of my favorite things to do. I can't just invent them on my own. It's just how it works. So it's fun. Do I know the story of Minor Demons? I know the story of the first season, generally. But it's been a minute. I haven't seen it in a while, so it's fun. If you guys planning to do less scripted videos again, like the... Why does everybody think that we do nothing but scripted videos? I don't understand it. We do goofy videos all the time. That are like, we're just like fun little game videos and stuff like that, right? Didn't we do like what do they call it? Not Smash or Pass, but the family friendlier version of that name. Stuff like that, right? And not to mention the Shuki stuff. I mean, that has the least amount of planning, right? We have to plan the Minecraft videos a little bit because, I mean, they're cool mods and things we want to use. But especially the Shuki stuff for Roblox, I mean, that is off the cuff. It's like, all right, here's the game, and go. But for Minecraft, when you do enough Minecraft, eventually you gotta start just putting in things that are interesting so we can have fun with it, right? I think it's surprising that people are like, I get that we're doing characters, and maybe that's what messes people up when it comes to like, oh, these videos are scripted. Like, they're characters, right? We are voicing them as characters, but scripting is not the right word for it. It's just we're role playing, right? I love playing Pierce. I love just doing goofy things. There's a bit even from I always put bits in there that I'm always surprised whether or not those make it in. For example, the Lily Love Braids video. Pierce is like, because Lily Love Braids came as Aphmau's Lily Love Braids came in, kissed Zane, and he lost all his hair, right? And Pierce comes running up and he's like, "Oh my God, Zane, what happened?" And he's like, "A girl kissed. Sorry, let me try Zane. A girl kissed me. And I'm like, oh, no. He's like, actually, it's kind of nice. Oh, that's great. Yeah. But he, and then it's like, cooties. Oh, no. Is this what girls do? Oh, man. I gotta go. I gotta make a podcast. Never thought that would make it in. Never in a million years. But sometimes those jokes make it in. Sometimes sometimes they don't. That video in particular, I kept going for a little bit longer, and I eventually things get cut for time because it's like it's just too much, right? But Zane was like, "Wait, come back!" And it's like, "No, Zane, it's potting time." It was just too long of a scene at that point, and so eventually you kind of got to get to the good points. We record more than what ends up in the YouTube videos, and it just gets cut down to some of the best stuff. It's just how it goes. How much Rise will be in videos? I think he's gonna be around. He's gonna be here and there. Shelby, you asked about the Midwest Gaming Classic exclusive poster. The answer is I don't know what it looks like yet. I'll tell you that it's probably going to have a similar style to posters like these because I'm hiring the same artist who made this poster right here, Holly. But I told her that I needed it at the end of March, and I guess I probably should reach out to her. I should reach out to her today or tomorrow. But it's not done yet, but it will be, and I will show off previews of it once it's done. It's just not done yet, but we'll get there. That's again, friends, for the Midwest Gaming Classic, which is a gaming convention that myself, Corinne, who plays Kim, Keston, who plays Zane, and James, who plays Rise, will all be going to at the end of April. Check out MidwestGamingClassic.com for more details, and please consider going. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to be doing at least one panel there, friends. If put a 1 in chat if you've ever been interested in voice acting. Because if you are, we're going to be doing a workshop where you can come up and audition for something at the convention. It's not going to be for anything it's not going to be like for a job or anything like that. But it'll just be fun practice so you can kind of get a feel for what auditioning is like. And we'll give you helpful feedback and things like that based on that thing. And that's going to be like a 1-hour workshop included with the price of the ticket. So, yeah, be sure to do it. Can kids do it? Yes, absolutely. And you can do that at the Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the end of April. Not end of April. I guess it's like the third week of April. Fourth week of April. April 24th through the 26th is what I should say. So many places I'll be going to, Shadow. I'm only going to 2 places this year. I ended up going to 3 places last year. I might go to more places this year as well. We actually just picked up a new agent who's going to help us try to book more conventions. And it was too, like, we only recently did this, so it's not going to be a lot of conventions like immediately out of the gate. But the plan is to do a handful coming up here relatively this year. Not soon, but this year. Hopefully some October, November, December kind of thing. Do I have a favorite line in Minor Demons? Yes. No. I think it's like, it's probably something to do with the, we're taking Ava to the park so she can get the vitamin D. It's like, what a line. What a line to keep in such a video. That's a different era, man. How goofy. On sheep? Sure. Why am I mean to Aphmau? Because somebody's got to be the jerk. Why Pierce specifically? I think Pierce sometimes has the energy of like, he just wants the attention more than anything else. He's not, I think Ian is a very similar place too. Kind of that schoolyard bully that's really just like a bully because they just want someone to like pay attention to them and they don't know how to do that positively. So their response instead is to like pull pigtails and things like that just so people will notice them. That kind of thing. Do I get jet lag? What, from like flying around and stuff? Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Why am I using my pickaxe to break down dirt. How dare I? I promise you I'm a better Minecrafter than that. Pierce is a pre-2020s goon. Yeah. And all the meanings of that pre-2020 word. Yes, you're so right. I mean, that's where a lot of Pierce's modern voice comes from. Is we did a video where like Aphmau was like a crime boss kind of thing, and she was trying to pull pranks on other people, and Ian and Pierce were like her like sidekicks. And we tried to do the thing, where like, in some sort of show or movie where like the boss is the serious one. And then they usually have one guy, whatever you need, boss. Yeah, you just tell us where to go, boss. And then there's another guy who's like, yeah, you tell him, boss. Whatever you need, boss. You're the smartest boss. You're the best boss. You're the boss. I mean, this is really where Pierce came from, to be perfectly honest, right? And that just kind of worked out, right? You are Thomas the Tank. We've been playing, fun fact, we've been playing an anime game on my Twitch channel called 100 Line Last Defense Academy. And fun fact for you, apparently the modern voice of Thomas the Tank Engine is like one of the big villains in that game. It's pretty fun. I don't usually do much reaction videos. Here's your breakfast sandwich, boss. Yeah, exactly. You got it. You figured it. You understand. Who's my number one friend? Her name's Marissa. She's upstairs right now. She's my wife. I know that's boring. A boring answer, but it is also true. She's my favorite, guys. She's my favorite. I love her a lot. Like I said, I don't do really any reaction videos, so I'm not going to be doing anything reaction stuff, unless it's Aphmau stuff, in which case I might, and I want to get some permission from the Aphmau people first on that, though. How did I know Aphmau? I auditioned for Minor Demons, and I got into Minor Demons, and then once the 2020 hit and everybody closed down stuff for a bit, I had a little extra time on my hands, and Aphmau was like, hey, you're funny. Do you want to do more? Do you want to do some videos? Just kind of off the cuff? And I'm like, sure. And then I've just been doing it ever since. Been strange, a little bit strange, but COVID kind of gave me a new job. It's just how it goes. Why did I just run Minor Demons? Mac told me that it would be a fun project, and I was like, sure, why not? And so that's how that started. Probably going to go for about another 10 minutes or so here, friends, and then I think we'll call it. Do I get nervous being a voice actor? Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I get, I think like anybody performing or doing anything like that, I get imposter syndrome all the time, I don't really get nervous playing Pierce anymore, to be clear. Pierce is he's such a comfort character for me that I don't have to really even think about him very much. The best part, here's a fun fact for you, friends, a little tip and trick of the trade. If you ever build up a character naturally and organically through years and years of improvised comedy that you get to then play for your career, make sure that a part of his character is that he stumbles and mumbles through and stutters through words constantly. Because then you never have to worry about messing up, because it's just like, oh, that's just what Pierce sounds like. But no, I mean, beyond that, of course, I would, I'm doing so one thing I'm working on right now, I'm working with a studio to do, maybe if you're on TikTok, you might have seen this before. They're like Chinese soap operas, like Chinese dramas that are popping up. I'm doing voices for a lot of those these days. Nothing that I'm like ready to advertise or anything like that, but those I have a lot of imposter syndrome from, because it's a lot of voices that are not things that I'm known to do. And so it's good practice for me, but it is a little scary. But I think the number one advice that I give to people when it comes to when it comes to learning voice acting and acting in general, is you just kind of have to lose your sense of shame. I know that sounds weird, but you kind of have to be okay with messing up and looking like a fool and doing things like that, because ultimately you are going to be those things. But here's the trick. The more earnest and the more sincere you are in doing those things, no one's going to bat an eye. You know what I mean? They might call it, maybe they'll be like, oh, that's okay acting or stuff like that. But it is acting, you know? It still ultimately is that thing. Anytime you feel self-conscious, though, and you try to do things self-consciously, it shows immensely, right? If you're going to commit to something, especially when performing, commit to it. Don't leave it halfway, because then you're not giving your all in that performance, and people will notice. You just have to do goofy stuff, you know? I'll say, for example, one of my favorite monologues that I've ever done is for a video game that I voiced in called The Booty Creek Cheek Freak. And the script for that had me talking about a monster that kills people by cutting off their butts in order to try to replace his bodacious buns. And I love that monologue because I had to read it straight. I had to read it real clean and scarily and things like that, right? And so you just have, you have to be okay saying absolutely ridiculous things. And the better you are at saying them as if you live in that world, the better you are going to be as an actor, you know? You are not a person saying those things. You are that person, you know? The best you can. Hey, Manny, I'll reach out to my mods and we'll talk about it, okay? I've seen a couple of those messages. I will absolutely confer with them. Just hang in there. Well, it will be at VidCon 2027. I do not know. My guess is probably not. I would instead keep an eye on future events. I can't say no forever because who knows, right? If you ask me about VidCon this year from last year, I'd be like, yeah, maybe. But now she's not. So I would just, save up money and wait for an announcement of some kind. That'd be the best way to put it. Vegeta's a hard lift, I will say. You know, and especially if a character already has a voice, then you're always going to be compared to that character, the previous voice actor who did that voice, right? I think it's important to, especially when it comes to voice acting, friends, it's good maybe to practice off of characters that have already been voiced, but it's even better to voice original characters, right? Build a voice for a character that you may have never heard before, because ultimately that's how you build sounds, right? It's good. It's good. How did I meet Ian? Through the Aphmau channel. When I started doing the daily videos, Chris and I just were able to chat on Discord for the first time. That's really how I met him. I didn't even meet him in person until like the end of 2021 or something like that. So it was already 2-3 years in at that point. Who am I closest with Aphmau? Probably Keston and Corinne. We hang out the most out of the rest of the cast. When did I start growing a beard? 2 years ago? Something like that? Yeah, I would grow it in between VidCons, then I would shave it off, and then I'd grow it in again. But I do like it. Do you recommend watching this show, or what do we got here? Only because it's cunning.
AI isn't what's coming for voice acting. It's actually something way worse. This is what voice acting looks like.
Let's listen to this. Hold on.
It's going in someone's eye.
You want me to stick what? Ouch! He must have been real scared of me.
Ooh, pick me! Pick me! Pick me!
Voice acting is inherently cringe. 9 times out of 10, if you do not look completely ridiculously foolish, you are not doing it correctly. And so many people under the age of 30 are horrified of being perceived as cringe or just being perceived at all. Like the lack of expression I'm seeing in a lot of the younger people who are in voice acting classes right now is unlike anything I've seen in the 30 years I've been doing this. But that's not even the most horrifying thing I'm noticing. It's how many people, voice actors in training or the general public, are surprised when they see how emotive I am when I...
Absolutely. I 100% agree with her. Someone was asking, like, do you ever, like be emotive when you're doing voice acting? The answer is yes. there's only so much I can do, admittedly, because especially with regards to the stuff that I do, I have to physically move my body around, right? When I'm playing as Pierce, I can't be moving my arms around and stuff. I am puppeteering the character, right? So I'm doing these little shifts in order to kind of indicate that I'm moving. I have minuscule movements of my mouse to indicate that I'm like talking and stuff like that. I might look at various characters. I might dance around a little bit. All that stuff is kind of my way of outputting some of that energy. But yeah, when it comes to voice acting, you should absolutely make sure that you are moving. To an extent. You can move all you want. You can be like, whoa, 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 whoa. But you have to keep your mouth here, right? You can't move. You can't move away from the microphone because if you're doing whoa, you can hear how inconsistent of a sound that is, right? That is not good voice acting. But sometimes I will do various movements for a thing, right? Like if for example, if I'm I need to talk in real close, I'll of course get like really into the microphone and try to eat it, right? If I'm talking normally, or normally for broadcasting, I'll talk about this far away from the microphone, right? But sometimes if I do a scream that I know is going to be awful, I will or if I want emphasis of like a little bit of a background, kind of like. I did one of those in a recent Aphmau video. Hold on, let me bring that up. Pierce, in an attempt to understand his mixed emotions about Lily Love Braids, proposes to Lily Love Braids, and she denies him. So he goes and buries himself in a hole and starts scream crying. You'll hear it. I'll go from like, oh, that's great. Oh, that's fine. That's okay, whatever. You just that's fine. I'm just gonna go bury myself because no girl's ever gonna love me. And then at the end of it, I actually go off microphone. I like turn my head physically away from the microphone so I can get a little bit of like a room sound scream cry. So here I'll kind of I'll be like. Yeah, just no girl wants to talk to me, so I'm never going to be loved by anyone. And I go, ah! Like that, right? But if I did that directly in the microphone, you can see how miserable that's going to sound if I do, ah! Yeah, it's really bad, right? But if I turn a little bit away, then I still get a little movement. Listen to this. See, this is great. Yep, I'm just going to...
What are you doing exactly?
Just digging my own grave since no girl will ever want me.
Oh, you're being silly now.
And then turn away.
Drama. Have fun in your little hole. Okay.
It's just little bits and pieces. But yeah, it's all emotive. It's all extra energy to make sure that we have some fun with that, right? Has chat died on me? Why chat not moving? Chat did die. I have not seen a new message in like 5 minutes, and I got too excited, and I didn't have a chance to chat with people. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Can make a video about tips on becoming a voice actor someday? Maybe. There are a lot of people who do that, and they're very good stuff out there. I do recommend checking out the Voice Acting Club. Voice Acting Club's a great place for voice acting stuff. Nope. We're just about done here, by the way, friends. I do have to wrap things up here, but thank you so much for hanging out with us here. I do appreciate you taking the time. I will be back tomorrow, though. I'll be back here on YouTube. So even if you're like, oh, man, Chad, I didn't get all this stuff. I didn't get questions. Come back tomorrow. Same time. We'll do some more streaming then because I will be streaming then. It'll be good. And once again, we're signing posters that day, so I hope you will check that out. Yes, Voice Acting Club. That is what's going on with that. So, yeah, it's good. Yeah. Thank you so much for chilling with us here, friends. Again, check out the Streamily thing. I Want to Be a Voice Actor is also a good website for that. Sorry that I ran out of time here, friends, for the night, but like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. Please check out that stream when we do that tomorrow, and I hope to see all of you soon. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. And thank you for following my Twitch channel. I'll be streaming on Twitch later tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So check it out. Bye now.
Adios.